hardly text, they hardly call back, they can be by themselves for days. If it seems as though whether you reach out or not, they'll be fine. Once in a while you might see, them come out of their comfort zones, but most of the time they seem aloof, they seem disconnected in the context of a relationship. A person with an avoidant style often pairs with another person who has the anxious style because that person will do all the emotional work, the emotional heavy lifting. But the unfortunate thing is that a person with the avoidant attachment style often feels overwhelmed. It's like, oh, this is too much. You got too much. Can you relax a little? It's difficult for them to express emotional affection or even their own emotions. So while it seems as though they are the ones withholding emotional expression, affirmation, the interesting thing is that the person with the avoidant style has learned to not even be able to do that for themselves. This style is developed when your caregivers don't show up for you emotionally, when they don't know how to or withhold emotional affection or connection. Oh, let them cry, they'll be fine. You fall down and you hit yourself, why are you crying so much? It's not that serious. Oh, be strong, be strong. And it's very interesting because you'll see that in our culture, more men tend to have the avoidant style and more women tend to have the anxious style. Because if a young boy comes and he's in pain or he's sad about something, in the Akan language, beme nsu, that translates to men don't cry. So as you grow up, you learn to dismiss your own emotions. So if you can't do it for yourself, how do you even show up for someone else? How do you even connect with them? You dismiss your own feelings and experiences. But this happens in women as well, don't get me wrong. I'm just emphasizing that we see this style more in men. So remember, it is very important to show up for kids at a very early age, to be consistent with kids at a very early age. What happened to a child at this stage is that they've learned that continuously, each time I reach out and try to connect, it's dismissed. I don't get it, it's cut off. And over time, the person learns to not need people or to not reach out. So the person with the avoidant style has developed that also out of fear. It's quite interesting, even though it doesn't express itself as the anxious attachment style, with that type of energy, but there's a fear of disappointment. There's a fear that if I'm vulnerable and I put myself out there, I won't get what I'm looking for. But that fear rather exhibits itself in pulling away. An interesting thing about the avoidant style is that when a relationship they're in looks like it's ending, they focus a lot of their energy and their attention on other tasks like work, social life, things that involve them not having to put themselves out there emotionally. So it looks like they don't care, but it's really a fear.